There is no denying the fact that when it comes to grocery orders, it's a pain in the you-know-what for a lot of us gig workers. But a lot of us do them because they pay well. Now, when it comes to Instacart and Uber Eats, which shop and pay is the more ideal one? Well, you can be the decision maker on that, and I'll give you some pointers to help you along the way. Now, the first thing I am going to say, though, is the first tip when it comes to it to find out which one is better is that it's going to determine on your market. Nothing I am going to say is going to make a difference if your market is Instacart and my market is Uber. It's going to make you feel like I'm lying, and I'm not lying. I'm going based on my area. But you're going to have to determine things right off the bat based on your market. For example, why do I do a lot of Uber Eats videos on this channel? Because I get a lot of Uber Eats orders. Do I get a lot of Instacart orders anymore? No. Why? Many different reasons, but I'll just summarize and say Instacart's not my favorite anymore. Now, putting markets aside, let's go into my bullet number 2. Bullet number 2, and I'm going to use bullet number 2 because I don't know if it's tip, pointer, convenience, whatever it may be. But it actually is that word. It's convenience. When it comes to Instacart and Uber Eats, to know which one is more better for shop and pay, you got to know which one's more convenient in your location. So let me give you an example. Is Instacart the local Super C, which is the same as No Frills, aka a local grocery store for groceries? Is Super C and Metro convenient with me on Instacart? No. Why? Because the local one that I go to all the time is not partnered with Instacart. And when there's a lot of independent owners, they don't have to partner up with these companies because they do lose out by giving commission to these companies. And because of that, they don't partner up. But with Uber Eats, the Super C, right next to where I am, is my most convenient one. All I gotta do is drive out like 7 minutes from my home and I'm at that Super C. But if I wanted to go to another farther one, the problem is it's not as convenient for me because the aisles are changed and they're farther away. So you want to determine things down based on convenient. So I would always say have both apps, of course, because it's more convenient for you. But then when you have them triggered on, see which one gives you the most convenient batch in your area. Now the next one, of course, is always going to come down to price. Which one pays more? Well, I'm still going to give the lead to this one on Instacart. Why? Because with Instacart, I have had $60 or $70 batches. With Uber Eats Shop and Pay, I have not yet. But in all retrospective, to be fair to Uber Eats Shop and Pay, I have only had a batch with maximum of 30 items. I'm fortunate enough that Uber Eats Shop and Pay does not send me kilometers or miles away from the store to the drop-off location. But when it comes to Instacart, they do. But if Instacart is going to tell me go 12 kilometers and get 30 items and we're going to pay you $60 because the customer tip's good, I'm not going to complain. Now, from my knowledge as well, and this is a bonus one, this is not part of it, but this is a bonus one, Uber Eats Shop and Pay is a cheaper service fee for the customer versus Instacart. I'm not sure the exact actual dollar figure, but from what I gathered, it's like 99 cents as a service fee or delivery fee with Uber Eats Shop and Pay, and it's like $5 when it comes to Instacart. So my customers are more likely to go with Uber Eats being in an Uber Eats market and having a cheaper service fee or delivery fee to be provided by Uber Eats. Just something to think about. If the fees are higher, people are probably going to go on to the next one. Now, the last one, when it comes to deciding which one is probably going to be more convenient for you or better for you or pay you more, is going to be the stores itself. When it comes to Instacart and Uber Eats, they do have different store setups. So the ones I have in common in my market are things like Dollarama, are things like Walmart, Costco, Super C. But the ones that they don't have, for example, is on Instacart, I can get Farmer Prix, I can get Giant Tiger, I could get Bureau and Grow, but on Uber Eats, I get things like Adonis. Now, Uber Eats are still upping the ante when it comes to trying to be the more dominant grocery market. So do I think they're going to get more stores listed as Shop and Pay? Oh yeah, I think they're only getting started. And if they're making the delivery or their service fee for cheaper, and they're going to list even more stores, and honestly, here's another bonus one, Shop and Pay on Uber is so much easier to complete versus a Shop and Pay on Instacart because the requirements on the app as us drivers have to use It's just more convenient. It is so much easier to use. It is less nitpicky versus Instacart. So I think Uber Eats overall, it could be wrong, but I think Uber Eats is trying to definitely dominate the grocery market, and I do think they might win. Now, overall for me, if you haven't got the indicator here, my best one is going to be going to Uber Eats Shop and Pay currently. And that's because they're still brand new, so they're offering more different incentives to the drivers. I have seen different prices with different stores. Super C are the best batches. I can make $30 easily in less than an hour when it comes to a Super C batch, and you're talking less than 20 items and less than 7 kilometers of a drop-off for a delivery. For $30, I will seal that deal, no doubt. But it's all gonna depend on your market. No matter what I say in this video, if your market is different than mine and you have an Instacart market and I don't, you are going to secure better batches with Instacart than what you are going to be with Uber Eats Shop and Pay. Do I think Uber Eats Shop and Pay has an advantage? Yes, I do. Us Uber Eats drivers that are in a dominant Uber Eats market are looking for those orders, so we stay on there more than what we are with Instacart. But overall, I hope these pointers help guide you into the direction that you want to go, whether it's Uber Eats, Instacart, or both. And I'll catch you lovelies in the next video.